Hi everyone, welcome to this Q Talk series, and we are very happy that we have with us Mr. Kai Yang. He is a professor in the Department of Industrial and Systems Engineering at Wayne State University, Michigan. He is a fellow of both the American Society of Quality and the Institute of Industrial and System Engineers, and he was awarded the Cecil C. Craig Lifetime Achievement Award by the Automotive Division of American Society of Quality in 2016. He also has received many other distinctions and awards. And Dr. Yang has been into the consulting as well, and he consulted with General Motors, Ford, and Siemens. So we are very glad that we have Mr. Yang today with us. And in this session, we shall talk about his new publication, which is about the quality paradigm in the Industry 4.0 era. So this is a recent publication. It is just published last month, and it is really covering many new dimensions in quality. And we have always actually felt the need of such a publication which would actually help the academicians and the quality professionals on the workplace to understand how the new revolution is redefining quality. So welcome, Professor Kai Yang. Thank you very much for joining us.
Oh, thank you very much. It is my pleasure. And because I have been working on this new quality for quite a few years, I have been working with ASQ on the quality, first called Quality 4.0 Summit, then later called the Quality Innovation Summit. So last few years, I have been doing a few things. I have been working with industry to study how they, evolve in the industry 4.0. I got some practical experience. Also, theoretically, I have been working on my research on all this new development. So after that, also the fact, one practical fact is the quality, just like in my book, the quality, the search, the internet search, Google search on quality, management, Six Sigma was very high and go down. Also, the pioneer of Six Sigma, Michael Harris says, we need to have next wave of Six Sigma. So all this really propelled me to do this book. I'm pretty happy, I can feel this book is well received from all the sources. So I basically in the book, and first of all, I want, for Industry 4.0, not only we use this new technology, use this, increase the capability, but also, the quality definition itself. I realize even now the quality definition is based on defect reduction. This metric was in Industry 2.0. Actually, the quality, the aspect is a lot more than that. So the scope. So because we have better technology right now, we are able to really look at the quality from much wider perspective. Also, we can look into we can do some of the things like in the past we are unable to do, like increase customer value, satisfy personalized customer need, not only the functional need, but the spiritual need, all that. That was not possible before, but it's possible now. We also have to deal with the new issues about the quality. So, for example, in the past, we have been doing reliability. We have been doing, all this. But right now we have software, hardware connected system. So the thing is not just a stress. It is become a broader issue of data quality, vulnerability, risk management. So a lot of things which we can't do before, we can do it now. So because of this, that's my motivation to have this book. And I try my best to include a lot of new material in the book.
Yeah, thank you very much for that, Professor. And I also wanted to thank you on this opportunity for sharing one copy of the book. And it is really interesting. I went over a lot of sections actually in this book. And I found that you have taken a different approach in writing this book from those traditional quality textbooks and handbooks. So they would talk about actually the quality gurus and conventional quality, and they would try to fit in all those quality parameters with regard to excellence frameworks. But I'm very impressed that you have just taken a new approach and you have associated the things with industrial revolutions. So you have shared that how historically quality has evolved over different industrial revolutions. And you have
Mhm.
also brought in new concepts. And you have actually mentioned about the theoretical discussion. And you have also shared some new examples, mostly from automotive, healthcare, banking, and some other sectors. So
Mhm.
one thing that I wanted to know from you, that you have proposed that the quality tools now can be combined with technology. So, for example, at many places you have talked about artificial intelligence and data analytics.
Mhm.
And you have also talked about some new concepts. So, for example, if someone is using voice of customer or quality function deployment, now
Mhm.
these are Japanese methods and they are old as like 30, 25 years old. But you have proposed a new way of using them, for example, using data analytics and using social media platforms and the data management system. So would you like to share some thoughts on this aspect?
Oh, yes, this is my pleasure. So first of all, about the non-traditional quality, theory. Actually, this, some of my background is, for example, like, Professor Garvin of Harvard. He was really, did a great study about the eight-dimensional quality, and very thorough, very solid study. But I think before the fourth industrial revolution, even though this is a good theory, but we can't really use it. We can't really apply it easily. So also like, I also refer some of the other famous book like Persic, uh, Zen and the motorcycle maintenance. He has some great thought. His book sell millions of copies, but still is how can we really develop an approach which really can, leverage this thought become useful practice. Before Industry 4.0, we can't do it. So QFD and others, Japanese made great contributions in the past. It is fit for their technology age, like QFD, Taguchi method. So it fits for that age. But right now we have much better, technology connected, a lot more data, so we can do more. And that's also, so this is also one of the things I want to introduce these methodologies. So, for example, social listening. For example, I use, so currently, for example, social network is able to use your internet footprint to study every customer to recommend you the right thing to watch. So I think all those methods is already available. And our quality community should look into this and do, to their own advantage. So there are a lot of things we can do. So that's why I'm happy to bring those new ideas into this book.
That's wonderful, really great. So if we move forward in this discussion, you have also talked about a new concept that you called design for quality of experience, which you
Mhm.
mainly bank upon the customer experience because of the new ecosystem that Industry 4.0 has enabled us to reach the customer, and we can
Mhm.
always interact, and the customer remains live with the manufacturer or the service provider. So
Mhm.
could you just share with us what is the new perspective in this concept, design for quality of experience?
Okay, great. That's a great question. So the first I met, I kind of involved with quality experience is I come across, a practice of automotive company, and they also, that's a part of GM, umbrella. So they actually find there are many, like our quality, traditional quality practice, we want to use some of, solid, hard metrics.
Yeah,
So, but for example, we want to feed our car perfectly, 2 millimeter, plus 2 millimeter tolerance. But people find, you know, like sometimes even your feed, people don't like it. They kind of more like, how they're visually, how they experience. So also like uh, quality experience, this concept was from, people, how people use internet. In the beginning, it's some hard metric, like how
yeah,
quickly, what's the internet speed, how quickly you can run, playing the game and so on. It's kind of, pretty simple. But that automotive company, I think what they do is quite interesting. So in traditional automotive, say we build only two or three, or maybe more, no more than five prototype car. They build a 3,000 and let the customer to write their survey on all segment experience, like how do you load your things into your trunk? How do you drive, into the, big city? Can you make a turn? Can you make parking easily? Very detailed. So they got experience of all possible usage and feedback that information into redesign improvement of the car and make greater success. So this one is one leapfrog of experience, quality experience. It's a real user experience and a detailed experience. And it's not really QFD, it's kind of only kind of conceptual experience, real experience. Actually, I heard from some of my colleagues in America, like some of the companies like furniture manufacturer, they really like this quality of experience, concept, because eventually it is experience of quality which make their impression about the quality, which make their buy decision. So I think there are a lot of hope because also we have technology means to do it. We have, big data, artificial intelligence, machine learning. We also, this kind of data actually for example, cars. So we collect a lot of data in the cars. So all this will feed back to the manufacturer. So a lot of things we can learn to do it. So I think this is something our quality community has not been pay attention to, but we can pay attention to right now.
That's great. So that is the blessings of Internet of Things that you have mentioned in your publication. And with that, you have also used a term that is called Internet of Behaviors. And you
Mhm.
have associated with, again, the customer experience. So could
Mhm.
you throw some light on this concept, Internet of Behaviors?
Yes, internet behavior, Internet of Things is basically just the technology itself.
Yeah.
Internet behavior is how to use this to capture what the people's behavior. So very simple example is still, sorry, I'm using the social network again. So
Okay.
when you watch for example, short videos in the YouTube, so you can find many things. For example, first of all, what kind of thing they watch. Also, like how long they watch. Do they watch the whole video or they just get in and get out? So a lot of subtle things. It tells people's behavior. So those information, because we have so much product service is the information in the internet, uh, and the ready data mining ability, you can use this information. So this really make your voice of customer capture individualized voice of customer, not average voice of customer, but individualized voice of customer. And then you can feed your service to individualize the service, even individualize the product. So this is probably, what's going to make your successful product or company or offerings.
That's great. Now, in the product lifecycle management, you have written a lot of sections in this book. And
Mhm.
I have seen that you have associated with smart factory concept, smart supply chain concepts, and you
Mhm.
have advocated that big data can be used to actually establish a unified data system. So this
Mhm.
was a unique term that I found in your publication. So
Mhm.
could you elaborate a bit on this?
Oh, certainly. So actually, these things not only is a concept, but actually some of the advanced company is already doing that. So in my one of my example, in the book, I purposely mentioned Siemens company. So they have like a data system. For example, in the past, they have a quality, TQM quality data. They
Yeah.
have product design data. They have like production data, the data from the production facility. They catch that. So right now, they actually already combine all this into the unified data system. So people can cross-reference different data than. So this will really make concurrent engineering. Also, your quality work to integrate with um, product development, business, and after sale. So this one I refer that example. So it is there, and I'm sure a lot of we do have that capacity and it should be the way in the future because one of the things people complain about is the quality is like the kind of like a gatekeeper, stop, make things slow things down. But if we have a unified management system, so we can do this way ahead of time, on the right time to do the right thing. So that will, make a lot of job a lot easier.
That's wonderful. Now, moving forward about this data systems, you have actually included complete sections on data governance and data management and data stewardship. And if we connect it to the predictive quality model, and we use, for example, digital twin kind of things, and we have big data, and we have algorithms, and we have artificial intelligence. So how do you see them fit in? Particularly, you have used a term which is called proactive data and reactive data. So how that would be helpful in predictive quality models?
Oh, good question. Okay, so your question asks quite a few things. First of all, data quality and
Yeah.
data kind of governance, also
Yes.
predictive quality. So as we getting more into this, data space. So first of all, like the quality of data become very important. As computer people say, garbage in, garbage out. And if we don't keep our data really in good quality, we could make a lot of you know make a lot of errors. This is a new emerging field for quality
Mm.
engineer because that's some of the root cause for risk, risk
Yeah.
and disruptions. So so in my new book, I really put a whole chapter on data quality.
Yes.
So I have complete description what is data quality and what aspect of it and all the examples. So how to do it, and later I also talk about like even the current available technology software to do this
Yeah.
management. So
Yes.
for predictive quality, of course, data quality is like a filter, it's like, so data quality, in comparison, it's just like our supplier quality. For,
Mm.
big company, you want your material, your part in good shape. So this is something our quality community need to jump in and need to do something about it. This is our growth area, so it's very important. I noticed like in the past few conference, quality 4.0, quality information innovation summit, we do have some good speaker about it, and I hope that become our society's one of area to put our weight on.
That's great. Now, I also move in quality circles with ASQ and some other organizations, and I have seen professionals asking questions. For
Mm.
example, how the profession is going to change in the Industry 4.0 paradigm. So, how do
Mhm.
you suggest that which of the skills actually the quality professionals should develop and learn in order to remain, active and in job in the new industry paradigm?
Oh, that's a great question. So how our quality professional had to adapt,
Yes.
upgrade to fit the
Yeah.
new information age. So
Correct.
in my new book, in the last chapter, I kind of like, mention a lot of new type of organization. So we already know, like in the past, without communication, we have relatively rigid organization structure, also supplier, different tier of supplier. We have you know, kind of like a rigid network type of organization. So right now, because everything becomes so fluid, uh, you know, all connected. So now the popular words is we have ecosystem, like a bunch of animals and plants. You come and goes. People
Yeah,
adapt
yeah,
on their side.
yeah,
So we have to do this as well. So because of this, I think the quality professional, first of all, is upgrade our knowledge on the AI and the data science. So at least we are able to work with, this new type of professionals. So that's one, I think. Secondly, is human side of quality, like usually in the past, we only do quality assurance. We don't
yeah,
involve in quality in design. That's other people's job. We don't do
yes,
other things. So we need to be like multifunctional and multidiscipline. And so there are a lot of things we catch. So also organizations. So I think we used to see huge company, a lot of people, organization. Right now, because of this new, technology, we in the future we may see some very powerful but small company, such as OpenAI.
yeah.
They may have just hundreds of employee, but lot of capability. So, but that's one company. We need to also integrate many small company working with different people. That's a whole world. We need to learn about it.
Great. So, since you have recommended that the quality professionals need to learn new technologies to understand how their job function is changing. But the problem is that technologies are continuously evolving. So,
Mhm.
does that mean it would be a continuously, a facing challenge for quality professionals to upskill themselves every year, for example?
Well, I think everyone, not only the quality professional, but everyone need to upgrade. But how much, how detailed they learn, that's another question. So you can't be an expert on everything. So you need to, but I think really we have to have the ability to work with the right people, important people, in the future. So we may have to upgrade, but how much, what kind of thing to upgrade? This is need our quality community to work out.
Yeah, great. So, the last question before we close this session, do you see quality profession now merging with other functions, for example, technology, data, uh, and marketing and sales? Because now everyone is into technology race. So
Mm.
they are also developing their competence on technology. So quality profession would stay in its current form, or it's going to change, or it's going to merge with other functions. How do you see this?
Oh, good question. So I think also in the book, I have some section talking about that.
Yeah.
So first of all, we need a quality professional. So quality never out of date because quality means excellence. So it's
Correct.
never, we always has a job, but we have to change our perspective. So like
Right.
in the second industrial revolution, we try to divide every profession, very fine scale. And one people do one thing. So that's the mindset of Henry Ford industrial revolution.
Yeah.
right now we need a, different kind of things like more like a natural man, uh, kind of like we a little bit back to craftsman, so people multi-skill, I mean more flexible. So yeah, I think that's what I see. So I hope
Okay.
people agree with this idea. Mhm.
Great, great. So, Professor Kai Yang, thank you very much for your time. And we hope that we shall conduct another session very soon. And we shall talk about the strategic perspective of the changes on quality function on the corporate level that we have. So, hope
Okay.
to see you soon. Thank you very much again for sparing time for this very important discussion. And I'm sure with this introduction and insights from your book, people would prefer to, buy a copy of this book and read some material because it is quite helpful from both academic and professional point of view.
Thank you very much. So that's all my hope for. So that's my motivation to write a book. So thank you for conducting this very good interview. I look forward to talk with you again.
Thank you.